There are a wealth of footpaths across the mountains and valleys of Snowdonia National Park. The Snowdonia Society holds regular volunteer days to help maintain them. Let's hear from a National Trust ranger about why and how footpaths are maintained.
Official title is an area ranger, but I focus my time on footpath work and I lead or run the footpath team for Snowdonia, which works across two National Trust estates, they're called, which is the Afionydd and the Carneddau and Gledera, focusing on upland footpath work and access. Some of the special features that the Gledera and Cwmitol have, certainly for me, is how sort of bare and stony and dramatic the landscape is. So for example, on Glyder Fach and Glyder Fawr, you've got montane heath environments, which only exist in certain altitudes and certain exposed locations. You've also got Arctic alpine plant species, which again only exist normally in the Arctic Circle and the Alps, but somehow manage to cling on here. Behind me, in the Devil's Kitchen or Twlldy, where you have the underlying bedrock, which can be more acidic or more alkaline, affecting how certain plant species flower and behave. And as I understand it, you have a type of purple saxifrage species here that has turned white, and it only exists behind me in these crags. So it's, absolutely vital that we try and protect from the impact of people coming to experience these places. The management measures that we undertake to protect these special features in Cwmitol and across the Gledera are mainly to do with keeping people on one path. In Cwmitol, for instance, you're talking over 100,000 a year easily in one place. If you were to have all these people spreading out over this area, it would have a very negative effect on the plant species and habitats that we're seeking to protect. We do this through a variety of techniques. The most common and the most probably obvious is pitching, stone pitching. Very simple, we put steps in on steep areas to put something hard wearing between people's boots and the land beneath them. We also undertake techniques like stepping stones, where you place large stones through wet areas with gaps in between them. This allows the water to travel through the path and hopefully allow the land beneath to become revegetated and protected. So one aspect of this kind of work, which perhaps isn't always the most obvious, is making sure that people stick to one line or one route and that they want to do so. One of the best ways of doing this is while working, watching people and seeing where they naturally want to walk, so that when they do walk on the paths that we build, they subconsciously will stick to that route. So we use vegetation and stones that aren't always as attractive to stand on to make people almost subconsciously want to stick to that route. One common theme throughout all of this is water management. If you can imagine all this rainfall and all this water running down the path, you want to stop it building enough momentum and energy to be able to erode the footpath. Snowdonia Society and all their volunteers have been absolutely crucial to the work that we do, mainly through repair work and maintenance. So before the National Trust footpath team was started 4 years ago, there was a huge backlog of work, maintenance and cleaning and repair work and so on, and they've enabled us to really get on top of this and manage it effectively. The most sort of common job they do is clearing drainage channels and keeping footpaths clear, especially if they're going through areas of scree or rocky areas, if lots of stones are kicked or sort of swept onto the path. Simply without the volunteers, we wouldn't be able to undertake the amount of work that we do and stay on top of all the work.